Hey, all auto fans. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're tackling two of the biggest questions floating around the car scene here in the Philippines. Do you actually have to plug in a hybrid? And the scary one, do electric vehicles really cost a fortune to repair? Let's bust these myths wide open and see what the tech says, especially for us here in the Philippines. So, let's start with hybrids. You see them everywhere, these plug-in hybrids, or PHEVs. The big question is, what happens if you, well, never plug it in? The short answer is, your car will still run perfectly fine. These cars are designed with a gasoline engine as a reliable fallback. If the battery is low, the engine kicks in and even helps recharge it a bit. So, no, you won't get stranded. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. If you're not plugging in, you're essentially driving a heavier, more expensive gasoline car. First, you completely miss out on the amazing fuel savings you get from driving in pure electric mode. That's the primary reason to buy a plug-in hybrid. Second, you might actually shorten your battery's lifespan. Batteries are happiest when they're regularly charged and discharged properly. If you only ever let the engine do a minimal top-up, you're not cycling the battery as intended, which could affect its long-term health and efficiency. Think about it in the Philippine context. Let's say you live in a condo in BGC with no dedicated charger and your daily drive is just a short hop to the office. Your beautiful hybrid will act almost exactly like a standard car. You've paid that hybrid premium for advanced technology that you're barely even using. It's like buying a high-end gaming PC just to check your email. Now, let's switch gears to part 2, the cost of repairing a full EV. Is it a myth that they're wallet busters? Well, it's complicated. On one hand, EVs are mechanically simpler. They have far fewer moving parts than a gasoline car. There's no oil to change, no spark plugs, no complex transmission system with hundreds of components. This means your routine maintenance costs can be significantly lower. Fewer trips to the shop for fluid changes and tune-ups sound great, right? But here's the other side of the coin. When a major component on an EV does fail, the costs can be steep. We're talking about things like the electric motor, the onboard inverter, or the biggest one of all, the battery pack. Replacing a battery pack out of warranty can cost as much as a brand new small car. It's the single biggest financial risk for an EV owner. So, the truth is this, EVs can be much cheaper to maintain day to day, but they have the potential for much higher repair costs for major failures. It's a classic trade-off. Let's bring this home to the Philippines. What does this all mean for us? Imagine you have a BYD Lion 6, a great PHEV. If you're driving it all over Metro Manila, but never plugging it in at home, your gasoline consumption will be high. Over 3 to 5 years, the extra money you spent on the hybrid model might never be paid back in fuel savings. You're just lugging around a heavy, underutilized battery. Now, let's look at a full EV, like a BYD Dolphin, or maybe even a Tesla. You'll save a ton on gasoline and regular maintenance. No more change oil reminders, but let's say a critical motor component breaks down after the warranty period. The parts might need to be imported, which means waiting time and import duties. On top of that, finding a mechanic who is actually trained and certified to work on high-voltage EV systems is still a challenge here. Specialist EV workshops are popping up, but they're not on every street corner yet, and their labor rates can reflect that specialization. So, your personal cost equation really changes. With an EV, you're looking at frequent small savings on fuel and maintenance, weighed against the rare but very real risk of a huge repair bill. So, what should you do? Here are some practical tips for my fellow Filipino hybrid and EV owners. First, if you have a plug-in hybrid, please plug it in. Even a short top-up every day is better than nothing. It keeps the battery healthy and maximizes your fuel savings. If you have a full EV, try to use a reliable home charger. Over-relying on DC fast chargers can degrade the battery faster over time. Also, stay on top of regular diagnostics and software updates. Many EV issues are software-related and can be caught or fixed early before they become big, expensive problems. And before you buy, scrutinize the warranty. Know exactly what's covered for how long, especially the battery. And whenever possible, stick to factory or dealer servicing. Using authorized centers protects your investment and ensures trained technicians are handling your advanced vehicle. So, friends, the takeaway is this. Do not treat your hybrid like a set-it-and-forget-it appliance. It needs to be plugged in to deliver its full value. And as for EVs, they can be cheaper to run, but be prepared. Major repair is a serious financial commitment. Now, I really want to hear from you. What car are you driving or planning to buy? A plug-in hybrid or a full EV? And what's your biggest concern? The battery life, potential repair costs, or the charging infrastructure? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown useful, please do me a huge favor and hit that like button. Share it with a friend who's thinking about going electric. And of course, subscribe for more content like this. In our next video, we're going to do a deep dive into the 10-year cost of ownership, comparing a hybrid, an EV, and a gasoline car right here in the Philippines. You won't want to miss that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.